the Nature Boy Ric Flair, here live in Tampa, Florida. Looking at only I can look. Shouting out my brother, my man, the myth, the legend, Michael Babcock. Well, Michael, this is the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. Woo, let's kiss all the girls that made him cry. You know the deal. You know the story. You're a big part of TMZ. You're a big part of my life, brother. You keep on, keep it on. Keep on being the man from the Boy. Woo!
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. I can never hear that enough, Mojo. I love it. I love hearing I'm a big part of Ric's life, man. That is my guy. I love it.
Dude, can we talk about your sunglasses for a second? Sitting only halfway up your hair.
I felt out of place. Now I feel more in place, Mojo. You and Rob, you had the Pit Vipers. Now I do too. All right, Mojo, let's talk about Ric Flair because Ric actually has a pretty monumental event coming up. We've talked about this before. You and I have talked to Ric himself about his final wrestling match. The man is returning to the ring July 31st in Nashville. And again, this is, as far as we know right now, is going to be the last time that Ric Flair ever steps inside that ring. Well, Mojo, we happened to run into another wrestling legend, Booker T. And a lot of people in the wrestling world are talking about Ric's final match. We asked Booker for his thoughts on Ric Flair in his 70s, stepping back in and fighting. Here's what Booker said.
What Ric Flair is doing, he's doing that because he loves this business, man. Ric Flair told me a long time ago that he would never retire, and that's that guy, man. He's gonna come in and go out in a blaze of glory, and in life you can only respect that. I always say, how you gonna tell a man he can't go out and do it the way he wants to do it? So big props to Ric Flair going out there and giving the fans one more ride on Space Mountain, and we'll see how it all turned out. Hopefully for the best.
Giving the fans one more ride on Space Mountain.
Some people will get the reference, some people won't. Google it.
Yeah, just go ahead and look up the top 20, top 30, top 75 Ric Flair quotes. It'll be very much worth your while. But yeah, Booker is completely on the money. I mean, why wouldn't he be? He himself is a two-time Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it. Talking about maybe literally the best to ever do it in Ric Flair. I'm guessing Ric's going to die in the ring one day. Not to sound morbid, and it won't be at StarCast. It'll probably be like 40, 50 years from now is kind of the timeline.
Oh, Ric is living till 120 at least.
Right. Forever. But he's right. I mean, this business has been Ric's entire life. For the jump, it's been his identity. He still leans into it. He still loves it. There's no playing the character for Ric. He is the character. That is the guy who he is. And it's just suitable for a guy like that to always come back to the wrestling ring every chance he gets. And, his doctors have cleared him. He's healthy. He's feeling great. He's moving around great. So why wouldn't he take another shot in the ring? And I don't even want to say he's going to take another shot because he's going to go out there and he's going to kill it. And he's going to put on a clinic for all the other young guys that are wrestling on that card. And they will be looking up to him, for a guy, even of his age. There's going to be guys that have been doing this for 20 years, some of the top names in the business on that StarCast card. And they will be, watching from the curtain, taking notes on everything Ric does, watching how he commands the crowd, the way he works in the ring. I mean, he's, arguably the best to ever do it.
So as one guy in Ric Flair sort of sees his career, the sun setting on his career, you are in the midst of a comeback. We've talked about the terrible long COVID that you have and had and what that did to you, but how you have built yourself back. And now obviously you are ready to get back in that wrestling ring again. So while we were having this conversation with Booker T, we asked him, we say, hey, do you have any advice for our guy Mojo as he returns to the wrestling ring? Very much like Ric Flair with, 40 years younger. And here's what Booker had to say.
I tell you, Mojo's a guy that he had a lot of heart, man, a lot of fire. You could tell he loved this business. And the one thing I could tell him, more important than anything would be to get his ass down to reality of wrestling and let me work with him for about 6 months. and I think that would do wonders for a guy like Mojo Rawley, because I don't teach guys like Mojo how to wrestle or anything like that. He knows how to do that, but I would teach him what it means to do Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, Phantom of the Opera, and I think it would take him a long way.
Hey, if he's putting that offer out there, Mojo has got to accept. That's what I'm missing right now. I've been lifting weights, I've been conditioning, but I haven't spent much time inside a ring since the WWE. So if we got a not one but 2-time Hall of Famer offering to train me back up, get me back in shape, and take my game to the next level, I'm all ears, baby. I'll gladly accept that offer. Honestly, I was a little surprised to hear such kind words from my guy, Booker T.
What happened?
The hype and the energy was annoying to him. If you go on Google Booker T hype bros for one of the funniest gifs I've ever seen personally. Of course, it's related to me, but it's just Booker doing a pregame commentary before one of our big matches, and he just goes, "The hype bros? Yeah, I hate these guys." Zach and I loved that. We thought that was the best. We weren't for everybody. We're very loud. We're very out there, so I get it. But nonetheless, great to hear great words from a great professional wrestler and superstar. I'm going to take him up on his offer, no question.